Good morning, students. My name is Harshada More, and I'll be handling this subject that is organizational behavior for you people, that is for fourth sem. I know it's too late to start the syllabus, but I'll just try my level best to just cover this entire concepts of organizational behavior. After completion of each units, I'll be giving you people notes. Please refer the notes. Plus, you have to refer this reference books as well, so that you will be understanding these particular subject in a more detailed way. And in case if you people have any kind of doubts, please do ask. So I'll be very happy if you're clearing your doubts. So today is our first class, so I thought I should go with the starting with discussion of the syllabus of organizational behavior. So let's start. Okay, so objective to acquaint students with basics of human behavior, to understand impact of human behavior on organizational effectiveness. So studying an organizational behavior is very important, and in this particular subject we'll be studying different terms, different aspects of organizational behavior. So let's discuss one by one the syllabus. So unit 1 talks about the introduction part of organizational behavior, where we will be studying the meaning of organizational behavior, what are the elements of organizational behavior, what is the nature of organizational behavior, what are the needs, importance of organizational behavior at the organization, what are the limitations of it, what are the contributing disciplines to the organizational behavior, different models of organizational behavior, and its importance to manager, and different challenges of the organizational behavior. So this is what all about the unit 1. Then we'll be discussing the unit 2, which will be talking about the individual behavior at the workplace. So it includes factors influencing individual behavior, the nature of individual differences that will be internal and external, self-concept, personality dimensions, abilities and personal values. Personality, you have in this personality concept you'll be studying meaning, determinants, theories of personalities, that is psychoanalytical theory, Erikson theory, big five model, trait theory, type A, type B theory. So this is what all about your module 2. Then your module 3 will be about attitude and perception. So here you'll be studying the meaning of attitude, what are the characteristics of attitude, components of attitude, tri-component model, formation and its importance. You'll be studying the meaning of perception, what are the factors influencing perception, perception process, importance of perception in organizational behavior, stress, its meaning, sources, methods of managing the stress. In module 4, you people will be studying about the group dynamics, where you'll be studying about the meaning of group dynamics or meaning of group, types of groups, stages of group formation, reasons of joining groups, group norms, group cohesiveness, what is the meaning of it, group versus team, decision making techniques. This is all about your unit 4. Unit 5 will be on organizational culture and change. So here we'll be discussing about organizational culture meaning, its types, creation of culture, impact of culture on employee behavior, changing organizational culture. Then we'll be discussing about the organizational change, meaning, factors affecting it, models and dynamics of planned change, resistance to change, reasons for change, and methods of overcoming resistance. So these are all the concepts which we are going to study in this particular subject. So today is our first class. So I have started with the discussion of the syllabus. Let's start the module, that is unit 1. Okay, so unit 1, it is about studying of organizational behavior. Unit 1 is named as introduction part of it. So let's discuss one by one aspects of it. First one is definition of organizational behavior. According to Stephen Robbins, it is the field that investigates the impact that individual groups and structure have on behavior within organization for the purpose of applying knowledge towards improving an organization effectiveness. So this is what all about the definition of the organizational behavior, but I'll be focusing more on concept clarification rather than by hearting the things. Please students, make sure you are understanding each concept very clearly, so you people will be able to answer the questions in examination. So let's start. So let's discuss this organizational behavior in a general way. So it is a study and application of knowledge about how people act in an organization, right? So when we are talking about the definition, it is regarding study of individual behavior or a group behavior at the organization. Okay, it also means how a person is interacting, how a person in an organization is interacting with its colleagues, with its people, with the people who are working at it, and also with the external environment. So make sure whenever you are studying this particular when you are studying this particular subject, you are studying three important concepts. What are the three important concepts? That is behavior of the individual, or behavior of the group, and the organization itself. So when you're studying organizational behavior, these three terms concepts are very 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 important. So this is what about the organizational behavior. Then let's discuss the next aspect of it. Okay, so the next one is why OB. What is the requirement of OB, or organizational behavior subset, or what is the requirement of organizational behavior study? What is the use of it? How it will be beneficial to the organization? Let's discuss one by one. First one is organization is a complex system. So I have said it is as a complex system. Why it is a complex system? Because an organization includes different departments: human resource department, finance department, marketing department. Under different departments, there are different units are working. We have number of employees working at the organization, right? So it's very important to study each individual who is working at the organization, because their efforts will be responsible for achievement of the organizational goals. So it is required to study the individual behavior because organization has a complex system. Then the second one, where we'll be discussing about the human behavior in an organization, is unpredictable. Unpredictable is what we cannot predict. We cannot expect that this will happen in future. Okay, so when I'm taking saying that unpredictable, for example, suppose there is an employee at the organization who is coming late continuously for two to 3 days. So you can't predict that he will become late for the fourth day as well. So there can be some kind of emergency, there can be some kind of issue with him. So the employer must make sure that whether the employee is facing any kind of difficulties, and then try to solve those difficulties. So that is what, where I'm saying that it is unpredictable. So we need to study the organizational behavior. It means you can't predict your behavior of your colleagues, your behavior of your manager, behavior of your customer. Suppose I'll give one more example. So suppose there is a customer who have purchased goods from your organization, and next time he is not repurchasing from your side, he is purchasing the goods or product from your competitors. So you should able to study why there is a difference, why he have changed his preference, why he have changed it. So we should make sure we are improvising our product so that we should satisfy the customers. Okay, then the third one is there is no perfect solution to organizational problems. In day-to-day organization activities, it has many kind of problems. The different problems arises on a different day, right? So there can't be a perfect solution, there can't be a one solution for the problem, there can be many solutions. So organization behavior helps the organization to get the efficient way of solving the problem. Okay, next is to upgrade the work relationships. Upgrade the work relationship is the employee, there should be a healthy relationship among the employees who are working at the organization. If they are happy, if they are satisfied, they'll be working with the more efforts, right? So there should be a good relationship among the employees. Next is to improve the interpersonal skill and begin to manage the relationships. So, interpersonal skills. What does it mean, interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills are skills or the ways a person try to interact with the other person. So what are the ways a person is interacting with other person? So that, always keep in mind your money, what how much money you are earning, what is your status. It doesn't matter what's your status or what how much you are earning. It's very important how you are behaving. Your behavior talks everything about yourself. So that is what about the interpersonal skill. Then is to understand and control their own emotions and be effective. So while we should the organizational behavior helps to understand the emotions or the behavior of each individuals at the workplace, so that they'll be able to give their best to perform their duties. Okay, so this is all about uh, what are the importance and why there is a requirement of organizational behavior subject or organizational behavior. Let's move to the next part of it. So I'm talking about the next part as what are the elements of organizational behavior. Elements, what are the key factors those are affecting the organization? So let's discuss one by one. So the first factor is people. So I just want to ask, who are the people when it comes to the concept of organization? Okay, so people are anybody or any employee who is working at the organization to achieve the organizational objectives, or that organizational objectives. Do you know what are the organizational objectives? Organizational objectives can be profit maximization, wealth maximization, or it can be having a good goodwill at a good goodwill at a market. So anybody who is working to achieve these organizational goals or the individual goals in the sense where employee is focusing on achievement of job satisfaction, job security. So anybody who is working to achieve these two factors, these two goals, is said to be as the people at the organization. So and that can be an individual person or a people who are working in a group. Okay, working in a group in the sense the different departments working at the organization. Then the next second one is about the structure. Structure is a second element of the organizational behavior. So structure means what? So it is a system that outlines how certain activities are directed in order to achieve the goals of the organization. So this includes rules, roles, responsibilities, and it also includes how information flows between different levels within the organization. So this structure also plays a very important role while we are studying the organizational behavior, while we are studying the individual behavior, right? Then next is technology. When I'm saying technology, there should be any organization make sure they are upgrading their technology, whatever they are using they are upgrading it. Why so? Because it will be impact on employee efforts. So it minimizes the efforts of the employees and helps employees to avoid the wastage of time and do the work as soon as possible. Then the fourth aspect comes as environment. So when I'm saying environment, it includes government, competition, or societal pressure. So as why the government is said to be as an important element. Why? because government establishes new policies, new rules, regulations, so that needs to be followed by the organization. And even the organization should make sure they are not harming the society, they are not harming the nature. So the rules, regulations regarding this will be established by the government, right? Second, as a competition, when I'm seeing there, as we are seeing the, it is now in this era there is a huge competition among different companies. Each and everybody is fighting to get the top position, to get the top position in the market, so that they are using different pricing strategies, different marketing strategies, so they should be at the top. Okay, so that is what when I'm saying environment. Okay, so these are the four elements of organizational behavior. Then let's discuss the next concept of it. So next is, what is the nature of organizational behavior? When I'm saying nature of organizational behavior, it comes the nature of people as well as nature of organization. These are the two important parts when I'm studying nature of organizational behavior. So first one is nature of people. So when I'm saying nature of people, what comes to in your mind? How you are defining a person's attitude, how you're defining a person's behavior, what are the ways, his habits, his or her habits, their that their qualification background, we can say. So these are the factors which makes a person as his behavior and his attitude. So let's discuss one by one. First is nature of, when I'm saying first one is nature of people. And this what first includes individual difference. Every employee who is working at the organization, they may not be having similar qualities, similar kind of a behavior. Each employee has a different qualities, different attitude, they have a different perception. So when we are saying nature, it comes the nature of people, and it can be it includes the individual study, individual person study. Then the second one is perception. Perception is ability of a person to perceive certain things because of it can be because of his sixth senses, or it can be because of any experience he had in the past. So it is perception, or it can be any view, any opinion regarding a particular subject. Then comes a whole person. When I'm studying a person, I don't just study how he behaves, I study him as an entire person. I study how, what is his status, what is his qualification background, what his family do. Everything we are studying, right? So we are studying a person as a whole. Then fourth one is motivated behavior. Motivated behavior in the sense, suppose for example, in an organization there is an employee who is working for overtime. So that employee should get appreciated, that employee should get extra benefits for working for extra hours, right? So that motivated behavior should come under this, and that comes under the organizational behavior. Then is desire for involvement. In any organization there are few employees who don't want to make any active decision, they don't want to involve in any activity, they just want to sit, they just want to do the formalities, they don't have any concern what organization is doing, how I'll be helping the organization to achieve its objectives and all things. So there can be a different, as I have said, we are people, we are human beings, we have different kinds of attitude, we have different mood swings, right? So when I'm saying desire of involvement, I should as an employer I should make sure I am making people to work hard with a full dedication. There should be a mutual understanding, there should be a mutual way of understanding the objective, understanding the vision, mission, objectives of the organization. Last is the value of a person. When I'm saying value of a person, in an organization each individual should be valued, each individual's efforts should be appreciated, so that this level of appreciation, this level of appreciation will help them to work with more dedication. So automatically, when employees are happy at the organization, they'll be working with more they'll be more enthusiastic. They'll be doing different, they'll be help to generate different new ideas. So this is what, if you are valuing the people, they'll be valuing the work, right? So this is what about the nature of people. Then let's discuss the next aspect, that is nature of organization. When I'm saying organization, it includes social system. It is a system because, as I have already said previously said you, that it includes different levels of departments, different levels of department. Different people are working, people who belongs to different educational background, family background, cultural background. So here we are working as a team, we are working in a team. So we are building a social system in an organization. Okay. So the next is mutual interest. As an employer or a company should, or organization should make sure that the employees are working for a mutual interest of the organization, right? There can be two way, that is there can be individual objectives as well as the organizational objectives. But employer should make sure that employees are maintaining the balance between the individual goals and the organizational goals, and by setting some mutual interest among the employees. Okay. So this was the second one. Then comes is ethics. Ethics are the way we are doing things in a right way. Like, it will be differs from person to person what is right and what is wrong, but these ethics are mentioned by each organization as a rules and regulations to be followed at the organization. So the employer should make sure that employees are working in an ethical way. They are following the rules regulations of the organization. They are not involving in any kind of a bribe or any kind of a malpractices. Then last one is a culture. What is culture? What is it can be an ethical culture. Ethical culture can be any beliefs, values, vision, mission, objectives, that those have been set up by the promoters of the organization. So whatever we are setting, whatever a promoter is setting as the rules to be followed, or any standards to be followed, that needs to be obeyed by the employees at the workplace. So this is what we have discussed in a we have discussed in unit 1 lecture first. So let's take I'll just explain overview. I just explained in a brief what we have discussed today. So first we have discussed the definition of organizational behavior, where we have discussed that the organizational behavior is a study of three important things. It can be individual behavior, organizational behavior, or it can be study of an organization as a whole. This is the first concept which we have studied. Then this is by looking at this picture we can recognize what comes under the what are the factors which comes under the when we are saying organization. Then we have discussed why there is a requirement of organizational behavior at the workplace. It is because of there is a complex system at the workplace, because of unpredictable behavior of the employees or the people working at the organization, or it can be because of there is a requirement of organizational behavior because there is no perfect solution for any problem. We required it to upgrade the relationships among the employees. We required it to improve the some interpersonal skills, and it is important to understand and control their own emotions and to be effective in a certain way. Then we have discussed what are the different elements of the organizational behavior, where we have studied four elements. First is a people, then is a structure, then we have studied technology, then we have studied environment. When I'm seeing people, it includes when I'm saying people, it includes employees working at the organization, that can be individual or a group. When I'm saying structure, it is a way, there is a flow of communication is happening at the organization. When I'm saying technology, it is upgradation of the technologies. Environment includes different aspects such as government, competitions in the market, societal pressure. Then we have discussed nature of the organizational behavior. So in this we have discussed the two important parts, it is nature of people and nature of organization. When I'm saying nature of people, it includes individual difference, perception, person as a whole, motivational behavior, desire for the involvement, value of a person. And when I'm discussing the second factor, that is nature of organization, it includes social system, mutual interest, ethics, culture. So this is what we have, these are the concepts which we have discussed as per the unit 1, lecture 1. So if you people have any kind of doubts, please do ask. Make sure you are clearing each and every concept of the subject, so that we'll be able to answer the questions in the examination. So thank you.